Kia ora. Alright, I really want to give you an update of Cthulhu, Big Thulu 65. I have redone these parts in kind of a stone color. I've tried to use fluorescent green to accentuate the deep bits there, but it hasn't quite worked out the way I wanted to do. I've also shaded his palms a different kind of color, got his nails done, and just did the tentacles a bit. I'm really into it. But the reason why I got this update is I'm moving on to the next phase, which will be nearing the completion, which is I've now got the wing. So for a little bit of a backstory, I've said this before in one of my videos, which you probably haven't seen, but I bought this secondhand. I got this for quite a deal. It was base coated black and green, and I've just done all the shading and everything and painted it from there. It only had one wing. And at the time I was like, man, sweet as, I'll grab this. This is a score. But it's been bothering me ever since. So I've been considering molding out of clay just a little bit here to resemble a broken wing. And the reason for that is in the Cthulhu Death May Die comic, which I have right here. This is Cthulhu versus Godzilla. And this page here, one of his wings are ripped off, which is kind of cool. So I want to simulate that. So he's been in a battle with Godzilla, got one of his wings ripped off. It's the opposite wing in this particular case, but that's okay. But even with that said, not having a wing has been hard to get a replacement. First I went to Simon. Simon gave me a typical runaround saying it's past the 6-month date to get this. Then they sold it off, so I wasn't going to get a replacement anyway. I'll probably ask the new owners of Cthulhu Death May Die when it gets nearer or at completion of the next campaign to say, hey man, can I get a wing? But in the meantime, I reached out to people on BGG, and one guy had designed this for me, the left wing. Now the only problem with it is it's different bone structure to the right wing. Now to be fair, he did print out both the left and the right wing, except I think he did it from memory, because this really doesn't fit into the holes here. So I'm going to continue on my path of having a kind of broken wing and have a story to it, and I'm thinking about breaking this down somehow. So I'm thinking about maybe cutting it off here and showing like kind of little tears and letting this bit protrude, so it's still like a injured wing, but it's got a little bit of enunciation like it was there, and it kind of will tell that story of I got into a glorious battle and died, and not died, sorry, and got injured. I tell you what, man, that is really making me want to get the big ass Godzilla. I have backed the 2 seasons in this campaign. I am thinking about, if the PG Manager reopens, about dropping season 6 and then replacing it for Godzilla. That'll still cost me a bundle. The shipping here to New Zealand for these things are ridiculous. But anyway, that is the update. I've got to paint this thing a better color, hopefully to match that, and then hopefully at the end of this we'll either have part of this broken wing, or we will have it looking like, there you go. Alright y'all, we are nearly there. It is the next day, and I have painted the wing and done some work on the 3D printed wing. So let me quickly show you. So we'll start with this wing, this wing here. So the objective was to make it look like it was damaged, like it had been in a war with Godzilla. So what I did was I had literally cut the wing up and then melted it in certain places, and effectively painted it to try and show some kind of burnt effects and the like, and then also try and make it match the colors that it did with this one. Now, because it's a 3D print, I had to paint it differently to this, and so, like, you know, if you're up close, you can definitely tell that it's that they're different molds. But essentially, this one was a lot of dry brushing that worked really well. But I did stippling for this one here to try and match the colors. But I'm actually, at the moment, like, this is done today, I am pretty happy. I mean, before there was no wing whatsoever, I was going to try and get some clay to put on a mold, and I still have to do that. But with this feels good. So what I need to do next, and I haven't done, basically I feel like I've only got one step to do, is I need to get some, I think I get some green stuff clay, put some plastic wrap on here, mold it in so that this part of the wing can fit in. So what I'd found is with that print, I initially thought that the wing would go up here, and it looked really weird, but what I found out is that it was literally missing the wing joint. So if we look over here, there's this big wing joint to that wing. I probably need to figure out the blending for this one too. So now I know that I need to green stuff wing joint, and then get this in there and somehow probably glue it in with the green stuff. It'll probably bond anyway, but I also want to be able to take it out, so that if Asmodee, if you're listening, can you please let me buy a left wing? Even though I'm pretty happy with this, what I would really like to see is to be able to take this out, or have the other wing, take it out, put this in after some damage or something maybe. I'd be so stoked if you could do that. But dude, I'm relatively happy. So you can see, like, this wing's relatively good. It's still got some tattered bits over here, but you can see here that the bone is sticking out there, and it looks pretty hurt, and there's like blood all over the place. I used two different types of blood, a dry blood and a true blood. I also used a rust effect for some reason, trying to see if that would help, and I also used these other things I've never used, these effect paints called oozing vomit and disgusting slime, to try and make it look like it was a festering wound. But I'm pretty happy, man. I'm pretty happy. So I guess the next step from here is to do what I just said, but hopefully once that's all done, this can qualify to move upstairs and be with my board game collection. Man, this is dope. Anyway, there is your update. Just not long to go now. Asmodee, if anybody knows people from Asmodee that knows about Cthulhu Death May Die, they can put in a word for me. I am a backer. My backer name is Luz Theron, so if y'all can pull one off for me, that would be freaking awesome. Hope you guys like it. Well, I do anyway. Peace.